Right, you're still on News 360 and this is Mission. My name is Josephine Frimpong. Last week on Mission, we shed light on the need to make public places more accessible to persons with disability. Tonight, we focus on the revised Interstate Succession Bill and some safe water sources. Now the details of the stories. Residents of Jamestown in the Setra Front Plains district in the Ashanti region still share their only source of water with cattle, despite promises to provide them with a safe source of water. They have expressed disappointment in the district authorities and government for failing on their promises.
Front Plains constituency is one of the places where farmlands have been worst affected by activities of nomadic herdsmen. The impact on Jamestown is enormous as their only source of water is now under serious contention with the cattle. Yereborn is the only source of water in the community. Women and children visit the stream to fetch water for various activities. It was mid-morning on a Wednesday. Adiza and her son had come to fetch water to the farm. From nowhere, the cattle arrived. So this has been the trend. Battle between cattle and humans. First come, first serve. The people would have to wait because they can't definitely contend with the cattle, and so they would have to wait patiently for them to have their way with the stream, and then they can also come after the water has settled. The look on their faces was enough. Though frustrated by the worrying trend, they could actually do nothing about it.
It is very disheartening to see animals drink and defecate into the stream, but we have no option than to drink the same water. Our children fall sick. Drinking this water always gives us problems.
The stream serves about 5 communities between Jamestown and Dagomba. 80-year-old Amwa has lived here for over 20 years.
There were no cattle in this area. The water was very tasty and wholesome until the Fulanis came around.
The situation has become a worry not to him alone but the entire community.
The DCE drilled a borehole for us, but for several months no drop of water has come out of it.
The borehole, according to the district assembly, has been left in this state due to a hydraulic fault.
We drilled the borehole and then the contractor came and fitted the pump, but then for some strange reason they started pumping and the water wasn't coming again. So they had to take off the pump. It is just quite recently that we got another hydrologist to actually come and attest that no, there is water there. They just needed a bigger pump that can actually pull the water up. So that has been done. And I don't like promising, but I believe next month by this time, they will be having their water.
The situation, according to them, will be the premise on which their voting decision will be based.
They have nothing to offer me. I have no time to vote for anybody.
The predominantly farming communities in the Setra Front Plains district have been deprived of good quality drinking water for a long time. Target 6.1 of Goal 6 of the Sustainable Development Goals expect countries, including Ghana, to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable water for all by 2030. Catherine Frimpong, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from that, it has been alleged that in some communities in the northern region, tradition requires that when a husband dies, the widow and children are sent away. This practice is making life difficult for women with their young children whose husbands are dead in Busunu in the central Gonja district. Here's a story by Eva Tibuka depicting the struggles of women who have lost their husbands.
Hawa, a mother of 3, lost her husband in March this year. Little Samsia, now 7 months old, is the last of the 3. 7 days after her husband passed on, Hawa and her 3 children were sent away from her husband's home. With no property inherited from the late husband and father, the family of 4 are now putting up with their grand and great-grandmothers.
The insurance had expired at the time of her sickness, but we did not know, so everything we gathered from the farming was used for his medication.
Barely 3 months after the death of her husband, depression and frustration have taken the better part of Hawa, and a smile seemed far from rich. Hawa recounted her daily struggle to put food on the table for the family with tears running down her cheeks. She makes 5 cedis a day from pounding fufu at a chop bar. A bright future for her children cannot be guaranteed.
I do not have any major job. Even this fufu pounding, you get home with 5 cedis amidst body pains, and you cannot come the next day. Feeding is even a challenge. How much more education?
Grandmother claims she receives 60 Ghana cedis from the Livelihood Empowerment Program every 4 months. That is the family's only hope for survival. Hawa and her children have lost the land they were making a living from when her husband was alive. Finding land in Busunu to start up farming is now a huge challenge. The passage of the Interstate Succession Law will be the surest way of addressing inheritance issues such as this. Bamatu Mary, also in Busunu, lost her husband 5 years ago. The same tradition brought her home together with the children days after the death of her husband.
We Gonjas, our tradition is that when your husband died, they send you to your family. We grew up in this tradition. Our grand and great-grandmothers went through same, so we cannot change it. But what beats my imagination is why such a tradition.
She has been farming with her children to survive. She laments lack of support to expand her farm. The menace of nomadic herdsmen is her main challenge.
When you leave your farm and come home, cattle go to destroy the crops.
Unlike Hawa, Mary's husband's family has been supportive, but seeing her children through education is a Herculean task.
I help her. Sometimes I'll go to school first. After closing, I'll go to farm and do small and become house.
In the run-up to 2016 elections, the women say they want policies that will turn attention to widows and their children.
We hope duty bearers will fast-track the passage of the Interstate Succession Bill and give women some fairness in sharing inheritance. That is all for Mission tonight. Stay with me tomorrow for more exciting stories.